Hello, hope everybody's okay. Like I say, it's been a little while since I did videos due to personal circumstances. I hope it's all doing well. Today is Saturday. As you can see, I've got a bit of sweat on because it's absolutely roasting outside. It's absolutely glorious. Glorious out there today. And I'm not at the garden yet. The last job that I need to do, or we need to do, so me and Leslie need to do, is to take up the carpets from our mum's flat. So I've just done that one. We've got this one to take up. We've also got this one to sort out. And then once that's done, go to the tip, do a few tip runs, and then once I've been there and done that, I can probably head over to the garden because it's time to get me onions lifted to ripen off and for the skins to harden, or the skins to obviously ripen off, should I say. So I'll show you them later. I'll show you the sizes. I've already sized them up. I'm not too impressed, but it is what it is. I've also got my measurements from my big cucumber from last year, so we'll see if any of them are matching up, and then we'll pretty much call it a weekend. So I'm gonna get this done. See you down the garden. Good evening, down on the plot, and I just want to quickly show you, I think I know where all the white cabbage butterflies are. Inside my giant house, which has been shut by the way, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 of the buggers in here. I think they're from the caterpillars, to be honest, so I've got my weapon. I'm going to get them all, and kill them all. Sorry for the butterfly lovers out there, but white cabbage butterflies, and they go to me in here. Trusty mallet goes back up there, and that's all of them out of here. This isn't a butterfly oh, there's a cat. There's one there. There's one there. This is what they make themselves into before they erupt into a butterfly. So unfortunately, that's that done. Right, let's get out of here because I've got to help somebody who's bringing some stuff down. I'll tell you more about that in a second. As you all know, the garden's been pretty much both sides have been neglected this year, as you can see. But some good news on the horizon. I've managed to get somebody to pretty much partner up in here, and it's going to be quite handy over the coming months. But first of all, we're getting them moved in, and you'll recognise the face. There it is, I need to find them. We're uploading here at the minute, but there's Mr. Bump. Mr. Bump's coming on the garden with his wife and the kids, and they're going to come on this side. And but first of all, we need to get rid of all the stuff from his. And he's busy emptying. This used to be a big shed. So it used to be. So we've got to put it back up again, but got to get all the stuff out the van. But John's coming on this garden with his wife Leanne and the kids as well. To one help out and two for them to take on as well. So going to be busy. Right, I'm going to help me this van. I'll show you around the garden, and we're going to do them onions today as well. And John's old plot here. What you got?
What I might do is move the van so we can flip that straight over the fence.
Stick it over the top, make it feel high. So we're busy emptying this out at the minute. John's made a good great start. If you remember correctly, of previous videos, we used to have a big shed here. Well, this is what's been dismantled so far. We'll be taking that over and putting it on the other side of the plot. Just to sort out the parkway fire that we put in a few years back. And we've still got the tanks to take and a few other things as well. But John's giving this up. Their loss is my gain. But I'll have a quick look next door because he gave up another half of this plot that he had as well. And next door's done fantastic. So that's his garden. That's what it's like now. I remember I used to be inside of there with all his tomatoes and stuff. But the bloke that's taken this on has done a cracking job on here. Fantastic job. Well done to you, whoever you are, if you watch this video. But John's getting all his bits and pieces off here. Got all that wood to stick in the van. Got his rest of his shed to sort out, take down. But we'll probably end up having to do a couple more trips today and then take everything else down as well. But yeah, like I say, their loss is my gain. And I get to have my best mate on the plot next to us as well. It's not going to be put up straight away. It's just getting moved over. So this is on top of everything else that we're doing. But when I get back down to the garden, I'll have a look at them onions and we'll get them onions taken out. Right, we're back, sorted. And this is what's happening for the onions in the 10-litre buckets. So ideally I would like these to have been about 20 inches round before pulling them. That's what I've had in the past, but I've not getting 20 inches around. I've just measured a few of them, and I've got a mixture between 16 and 18. 18 being, I believe, this one here. So what I need to do now is we need to take all of these out, and then I'll take them out of the pots, shake them all off, and then from there transport them home, and then get them ready drying out. So I'll have to dress them. That's the reason why I call them dressed onions, and I'll show you how I do that in another video. But let's get these taken out. Right, that's all them sticks taken away from there with the green clips as well. So what I'll do is I'll get a couple, and I'll show you how I'm going to take them out and prep them basically, because I need to get all of these down to one single skin. So let's get the tripod up. Tripod, where are you? Oh, there you are. There's my tripod. Right, so for ease of transport, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the onions out. It's actually starting to rain for a change. It's never rained for a week. And the one time I start outside, it's going to rain. I'll do this quickly. So I'm going to take the top off here. I need to leave a nice bit of length on the top here. So just easy for transport. We'll snip across the top of there. And then once that's done, I'll have the onion over the bucket. There we go. There's the first onion. And I just need to clean this off, snip the roots, and then take down to a single skin, which I will do once I get home, to be honest. So I'm going to get the rest of these done now, but I'm going to do the inside. But nice looking onion, that. I'm not going to take these ones home just yet because I need to create some space, because unfortunately I actually cleared the shed out, as you've seen, but obviously we'll bring Leslie's mum's stuff in, and we've used the shed as a shed. So just very quickly here, because John just asked us the question, how do you take the onions down to one skin? So for dress onions, that's what these ones are. You need to take them down to one skin, single skin, so that it can ripen all the way around on a nice colour, nice even section, because you didn't want them to ping. You don't want things like this here where it's open and it's split, the skin is split. So what I'll be doing is from the top here, taking it down, getting rid of all the loose one on the outside, being very careful because I don't want to damage the single skin that I'm taking it down to. So you've got to be very careful with your nails and things like that. So I'll just take that down to there. Be very careful here, because this is one of the onions that I want to take to the show, hopefully. So take that off. Being very careful, because there's a couple of different layers, as onions are made up of layers, as you all know. And then once that's done, see if there's any more, which there is on this side. So I'll just rub my finger and thumb across there to get hold of it. There's two skins here from what I can see, so being very careful. Across there, just peel it back. I'm not cutting into the onion, so there's no tears from my side. So go up there. I'll catch you in bits anyways, but that's what you want to be looking for. Just going down to one single skin so that it can ripen off like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them like this for the time being to get all the moisture out of the onion, because I want this to dry off. So I need to have it somewhere cool, somewhere not damp, somewhere where air is circulating all the way through. So in here will be ideal. But I want to take some home, but I need to find some space for home to start with. So I'll finish off doing that, might as well. And the problem is, if you leave one tiny little bit on, like a secondary skin, once it's dries, if you then pull it off, then that's no good. See, I've just done it there. The one thing I didn't want to do is take the next layer off. So I've rubbed my finger across and it's taken the next skin off there. So now I've got to take that next skin off. So I'm going to leave that. I'll do it when I get home. So that's how take them down to single skin, and I'll just do these ones another time. Possibly tomorrow, possibly the day after, but they do need doing ASAP. I've got one more trip to do before call it today for this evening. We'll have a quick look at the cucumbers here, and I'll show you some pretty flowers before I shoot off. Update with the cucumbers. The one I had last year, that one, Marvin, was 29 inches long and 16.5 inches round. So far, I think this one is the longest. It's the best contender, should I say. I do have a few which I'm seeing because of the heat started to yellow, so they're not going to grow anymore. So I've got a few which are starting to do that. That one there's doing it. This one here starting to go. That's too short for weight. We've got that one at the end as well, starting to yellow off. Getting some lovely sun gold tomatoes on here, by the way. Look at them. I do it every time I come in. Look at them. Look, mind your hands. Lush, So I've got them. What else have we got in here? That one there is also a nice contender. It's not very thick, but it is long. That one is 29 inches long. So hopefully I put another few inches on before show day. I might be able to get that taken with us as well. But tomatoes wise, I've lost 2 tomatoes. This one will be no good because of the blossom end rot, which I already knew about. And also, that one's gone as well. So as you can see there, I knew that one was going to go as well. It's a shame, but it is what it is. I'll take that off. We'll measure that at the end of the week. I still do have this bad boy, which is still good. Luckily, no sign of blossom end rot at the moment, which is good. Good. I've given these a spray with some calcium nitrate as advised to. And we've got this one here as well. And we've also got that one there as well, and the one in the back there, as you can see there. So I've got 4, which I'm pleased with. We'll see how big we can get them. I am feeding them weekly, and I'm watering them every other day. So I'm going to start bumping up the feeding because I want them to get them nice and big. I was given some tights last week off me the bin because the bin lad had them. Had a hole in it, as you can see at the top there. So I've got the cucumbers and the tights as well to see what that's like. But we'll see how that comes along. Right, let's have a look at these flowers. There's some bonny colours on the plot. Some lovely pinks and purples there from the glads. It's nice to see. Some whites there at the back, and also my favourite glad here, fiery colour. Lush. Same with that one there as well. Lush, that. Lovely. Right, time to head back to John's and then come back down and call it a day. Tomorrow is gender day for Leslie, for the baby. We'll hopefully see what the little tinker will be. See if it's a boy or a girl. And I've already made my prediction, but we will see. Another thing in here is these sun gold tomatoes are fantastic. 10 litre buckets on the bench, drips along the top. I've got some, I might even get some for the show. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. If I've got anything that's worth putting in, I'll put it in. But for me today, I'll see you later, and I'm going to enjoy the rain because it's actually raining for a change. See you later. So, day 2. We've already taken a load down to the allotment. We're busy piling in the wooden frame and big window, stuff like that, and all the rest of the scrap wood. John's done another great job today. Well done, John.
Thank you.
It's good to praise him once in a while, you know.
Not too often.
Not too often. But this is what he's managed to do, because like I say, I've been a graft, so this is what he's managed to sort out so far. There used to be a shed there. Say it used to be. He's pulled up the framework, all the frames at the bottom's all done. So at the moment we're just taking all the wood, scrap wood and everything else, and taking it down to his new allotment, right, next door allotment. And then we'll go through it all bit by bit once it's off. But like I say, Sally's got a deadline to get off this plot by Thursday, so we've got to hurry up and get everything off. So the wood's all been taken now, and then obviously we've got the roof panels and everything to take over. But he's coming on, can't he? Getting rid of all this stuff. So getting rid, moving. I can't just stand here and watch him do some work. I am supervising that there's no bindweed going with Willie, because I didn't want none of that stuff on the plot. It's already bad enough with a horsetail. Right, take a before we head back down to the allotment. These panels, now they're difficult to hold by just yourself. John's got a handy tool, which I'll show you when we get down to the allotment, how we can lift it with one hand. Right, down back on John's plot, we've just dropped all that wood off. And the tool that was down on the plot was this thing. Now, some of you will probably already know what this thing is, but as I said before, it comes in quite, I don't know the name of it, but it does come in really handy for things like these boards. So what I'll do here, because I haven't got me, so what do you do? Got a board, right. MDF, got a board, you just stick it on, see if I can do it one-handed, stick it on the side, put it in, like that, it grips on, move the hammer, and then if you lift, it clamps it on, like you can lift it with one hand. That's the board off the floor. Right, I'm going to put this in the van using my right hand and get them boards taken. A little bit better there, as you can see. It's one-handed for John. He carries that. Makes it so much easier. It's a cracking little tool. Right, time to get this last board denailed. So, day 3 of emptying John's plot. Been 9:30, 9:40 finishes on the night time, but we've just got the day to get everything else over. So we'll fill his van up another couple more times. And then
another 3 loads.
Is that it? Another 3 loads. Oh well, champion.
And then
and then call it a day for the day. Then we can scope out the rest of the week and see what else I can show you for the weekend coming up. Right, well, he's busy dismantling that sieve. We've got roofing materials to take, them bits of wood, and I think that's probably round about it nearly. So shouldn't take too much longer to get this sorted out, and then possibly next week we'll start organising and sorting out all the stuff we've taken out already. I think this is the most time I've seen you in the past freaking 3 days. I think I've spent more time with you in the last 3 days than I have in about 8 months.
At least.
Well, get used to it.
There's going to be near getting away from us now.
There's going to be near getting away from me. I'm just going to be careful. I'll have a 999 on speed dial. We'll miss that bump here, won't I? Good morning. It's Saturday morning. I'm down on Steve's plot, Dahlia Steve's plot, as he called us down, as he wanted us to have a look at his cucumber plant that he's grown. I give him some seeds from the first place of Marvin last year because he wanted to have a go himself, the big ones. So he's put it in, he's nurtured it, grew it, and he wanted to show us how he's been getting on. So let me show you how he's been doing. So just in his polytunnel here at the minute, he's got his melons and everything in minutes. Lovely sized melons. Got a catch crop of, looks like parsnips in there. And come along, beetroot, etc. Then he's got his cucumber plants. Plant. And he's got loads in here. Let's just show you. So instead of taking all the rest of the cucumbers off and just focusing on one, like I do, he's just let it grow. You let it grow, let it grow. I'm not going to stop singing. Right, and this is what he's come up with. Some lovely long cucumbers. He's telling he's been looking after them. That's 2 foot long, 24 inches. It's a good length, nice and clean. But he's got loads of, he's already taken a few off as well. He's got cucumbers galore on this plant. That one is the biggest one as well, another big one. Some nice long cucumbers on here. But aye, he's done fantastic. Now this is what he had last year, the Beth Alpha, which sort of coming over the top of the door, and he got off one plant, he got dozens and dozens and dozens of cucumbers, which he was over the moon with. But he's done a really good job. I'm going to see if I can take a couple of these, or one for long to Harrogate when I manage to get to go, and see how he gets on. But well done, Steve. But Dahlia Steve is not known for his cucumbers. He's known for something else. We'll have a look at them now as well, because they're lovely. Once again, every year, beautiful. Now this is one of his plots, which he's got 2 attached to, and I didn't show you, I don't remember if I showed you before, but here is after. Look at that, lovely. Geraniums on the side, lobelia down the pathway, marigolds, small dahlias in buckets, and then you've got massive colour. Loads of different dahlias, all in beds. This is the reason as to why it's called Dahlia Steve. So you invite us down the day, we'll have a look. Got some absolutely lovely dahlias here, and he's also given me a handful to take for Leslie. which was very nice of him. I really do like these colours of these ones. Absolutely glorious. Got different size ones, small ones, big ones. That's a new one. I've not seen that one before. And at the bottom, he's changed it up this year. He's put some strawberry plants in. Also got geranium bed. These roses. He's got strawberries in here, which I know for a fact have done really well. I've got one there. He's done strawberries. His veg beds and everything's at the back, but coming into the plot, as you can see, it's an absolutely fantastic sight to behold. I'm sure you'll all agree. So, once again, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much, Steve, for the flowers and also for letting us on the plot, and well done for your cucumbers. Right, time for me to get down to my plot, because I've had a phone call off Grandad Dave. He's unfortunately hurt himself, so I've got to go and sort out his water, his plants. I've got to go and check on mine as well, so we'll have a quick look while we're down there. Right, I'm on Grandad's plot. Don't worry, Grandad's fine. He's just hurt his calf the other day, so his casters are calling and fill his barrels and stuff up, which I've done. But unfortunately, there seems to have been some vandalism. In his middle greenhouse here, we've got one window out, and on the end greenhouse, he's got a full window out. The tow rags walking down the lane and chucking the stones over the top. So at the minute, I'm busy cleaning up glass off the floor, which is another job which I wasn't expecting to need to do. So I'm going to get this done for him, so when he's back he's not going to hurt himself. Okay, so after cleaning up Grandad's garden and getting everything of water down onto my plot, and I've got the tomatoes to take off, that's no good in here, and just a bit of general maintenance, and also time to feed today as well, so I'll be giving them a feed with some seaweed feed. So let's get these tomatoes off, and I'll show you what they're like. Okay, so I've taken one of the tomatoes off, that was down on there, and this is what it's like. Obviously it's rotten, it's turned red, it's blossom end rot got it first. It's still not too bad, it's just a shame it got blossom end rot, but that'll be going in the compost bin because it's no good for anything now. So let me see what else I've got. So these cucumbers on the right hand side here, this one here, it's actually yellow, so that's not going to grow any longer anymore, but I'm just going to leave it. I've got all my sun-gold tomatoes here as well, which I'll be picking through obviously throughout the course of today. I'll have for me dinner because these are lovely. But I need to water in here, and I'm going to water with some feed today. Cucumber wise, we're looking at possibly these three here. I've got in for a shout. This one here, they're all short, to be honest. They're shorter than what they were last year, so weight wise no good, length wise no good. But once again, I'll just see what I've got for the show. I do have an update for one of the shows, which I'll tell you about once it's finished in here. We'll see what else I've got for the Harrogate show, because Harrogate's going to be my main one. Not only just Harrogate, but also the show that I'm putting on in 3 weeks' time. So we'll obviously double check to see what things are like at the minute, and then have a plan of action, because things have been thrown up in the air for myself regards to work and stuff, but I'll tell you more about that shortly. So I've just measured the tomatoes and the cucumbers. Now the circumference wise for the tomatoes, the biggest one I've got is 18 inches round. That's starting to get a bit of blossom end rot on it, so it's probably not going to last very much longer. The others around about 16 inches round, 13.5, 16. Probably not going to get anything from the tomatoes, but we'll see what happens. I'll just keep on watering, and obviously frequently, not infrequently, because I can cause blossom end rot. I have still got the spray for the calcium nitrate, so I'll give them a spray once again. When it comes to the cucumbers, the longest cucumber I've got is 29 inches long, and that one is the second one along there. So that one there, oh, go that way. So that's, and they're measuring around about 15.5, 16 inches round. So they're a little bit behind from last year, from the winner that these seeds are from. But it is what it is. Everybody's had a hard year with the weather and the heat and stuff like that. Everybody's got shorter cucumbers. Some people haven't. I've seen some people, other people's, they're quite rather long. But I'm sure you'll see that in the pictures that I'll post for the shows in any case. Right, let's have a look and see what me and John's been up to this week. Because as you know from the previous videos, John has had to leave his allotment, so he's taken on next door. he's helping take on next door, should I say. So what we've done is we've managed to we've had to bring everything down from his garden, including his 22 by 10 by 10 shed. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you what we've brought. Ta-da! Welcome to the building site. So we've got all the materials ready to go to build the shed again, and some spare wood which we'll chop up and stuff like that as well. So it's a bit of a bomb site here at the minute, a bit of a lumber yard. But where most of this will be going is on the bottom, as I mentioned before. So plan is to build a shed across the bottom of there, some nice patio extra section at the front, and then a nice little flower bed, flower garden at the bottom of there. Then the rest of it will be veg. That's the plan, anyways. It's going to take a few weeks to get sorted, but we'll get it done right first time, so we don't have to do them again. Plenty of fires to choose from. So we'll sort that out as well. It's going to have a fire in there, couch and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be a nice little place for it all come down. Both families come down, spend a bit of time down here, and a nice long night evenings and stuff like that. While I'm in here, let's show you the marrows. With everything going wrong the past few months, marrows were neglected. Now I just planted this out to see what would happen, and it's exactly what's happening at the minute. Is I've just been left to get on with everyone. This is the world record seed from Vince. Apologies, Vince. Not really giving this much love and attention, but it is growing, and I do have a marrow on here. It looks to be set. So just like the cucumbers, I need to spin that around. I need to take that secondary shoot off there, and I'll also end up having to take away this leaf node here, because it'll rub on the plant. So I'll sort that out another time though, and I'll have to bury the secondary vines and stuff, but might get something just for fun, because I'll not be taking none of these to the show. Speaking about the show, let us go sit down, and I'll take you through the latest news that I've gotten, which is put a hamper on things. So the shows, I'm not going to be able to make one of them now. With everything that's been going on with Leslie's mum's sad passing and things like that, I was originally supposed to be on a 9-week training schedule. Unfortunately, the day I was meant to start that 9-week training schedule for work to be able to do my job, unfortunately Joan passed away. So I was given compassionate leave, etc, etc. They were well aware in regards to me holidays in advance for regards to the September shows, stuff like that in Malvern and Harrogate, and obviously the show which I'm putting on. So they well knew the financial implications that I put out in time and effort and stuff like that as well, which I asked prior to the employment. But obviously what we didn't anticipate was the bereavement, which has played a part in everything. And not only that, obviously the strike action that's been taken by BT Group, alongside obviously from the CWU, which I've been taking part in, hasn't helped in regards to the other people's training as well. So the trainers have had a nightmare, which I get, it's understandable. I got a phone call. I've been waiting 6 weeks to be able to start. I've been in the field the last 6 weeks, just following people around, not being able to do anything because I'm not insured and not trained. So it's been quite good to get my not hands on, but good to get in the field and learn the job I'm going to be doing. But it's frustrating that I can't get involved whilst waiting for them to sort out my training. Anyhow, dragging on. Got a phone call yesterday stating that they're getting the training sorted out. I've got me 9 weeks sorted. Right, great, fantastic. It's going to start on the 30th of August, which is a week ahead. Now, a question regards to my holiday in September, which the bloke forgot about. Even though I told him twice. But long story short, it's come down to this. I need to do the training. Sorry, no, it's either going to be a case of, I need to get this right, take the holidays with a potential risk to my job, because I don't know when the next lot of training is going to be, because the recruitment stopped, so they're not training any more new people, or cancel my holiday for Malvern. Everything else is alright, just Malvern. Cancel my holiday to Malvern and do the training. So it's looking highly likely, although by the best effort to the trainers and training coordinator and my own manager, who's went above and beyond, which I can't thank them enough for, I'm probably going to take the decision that will not be coming to Malvern. So the big show that I've been working towards, and obviously when I got my first place cucumber in last year, which I'm not going to probably now be able to defend me title, which is frustrating. But end of the day, this is a hobby. Family comes first. Family comes first. Yourself comes second. For me, even though it should be the other way around, first you come first, family comes second, work comes third. I'm having to put work ahead just for family, so I'm not going to be able to come to Malvern, which me and Leslie are devastated about, because me, Leslie, John, Leah, Dave, and Gary are all going to be coming down. Hotel's been booked, paid, I've got paid deposit and everything for it. But unfortunately, these things happen. It's been a perfect storm for everything to go tits up, pardon the French. So I'm not going to be able to go to Malvern. So that's the bad news. So I'm going to be focusing mainly on my show, take the stuff I've got for my show, and also for Harrogate, which I'll be doing hopefully the onions and other stuff as well. So that's the bad news. So on to other news. This week on Wednesday, Leslie went for a midweek. But it was midweek. Leslie went for mid-pregnancy scan, so the 20-week scan. So as I mentioned last week, or the other day, I can't remember when I mentioned it. It's been that much going on. As I mentioned the other day, it was the sexton scan. So we'll be able to check. It wasn't the reason why I went for the scan, of course. Anybody that knows what knows, just to go check up and make sure everything's okay with baby and stuff like that. Leslie's a classed as a high-risk pregnancy for various reasons, so she's going to get regular scans and growth updates and stuff like that as well. The baby will probably end up smaller than normal, which we're anticipating anyways, because the rest of them have been small. But we were able to find out what we are having. We are having a little brat. And just like my prediction came true, we're having a girl. So we're having another girl, as much as to Kyle's disappointment, because he wanted a baby brother. I can't think out with that, son, sorry, but we didn't have a good chuckle when we told him, because he was absolutely devastated. You see the picture I'm going to put up here. His face was an absolute treat. But after a little chat between me and him, he knows he's my favourite and only son. So, and I can say that forever. But they're all excited, and yeah, we'll be having a little girl. So now, although we had a boy's name picked out already, we are having to sort out the girl's name. And one thing is for dead certain, the baby's middle name is going to be Joan, named after Leslie's mum. So we just need to sort out baby Hood's forename. But yeah, it's once again, it's one of them weeks where it's been good news, bad news. It seems to be getting a lot. It's I need to make sure it doesn't get the best of us, because this is what I do this for. It's to make you make us like mental health and this, that, and that, getting down and getting sorted. I'm over the moon the fact that I've got somebody next door now, and it's a very close friend, and it is out of their way a bit, but we've got good future ahead. I'm probably going to be taking next year out from grown for shows and stuff, because I want to focus on getting the garden sorted, but we'll make them plans as come. Get a bit of mojo back and getting this garden sorted out as well, especially the fact that I've got an extra pair of hands as well, so have they, vice versa, etc, etc. But like I say, these things happen. From mindset, for me, from what I've learned in the past 8 years or something like that, my mental health, I've got to try and put things into things I can control, things I can't control. Things I can't control, there's no point in worrying about them, because guess what? You cannot control them. But the things that I can control is what I can take advantage of and take control of. We are looking forward to actually having an allotment partner and getting everything sorted there. Got some plans with that, but also regards to personal, obviously we've got the baby coming, everything sorted with that. It's going to be good stuff coming for Christmas time. Will be coming Christmas time, although the date is the 5th of January. We also have we're also going away as well. We're going away to see Dean on the bank holiday weekend in a couple of weeks' time. That'll just be before I start my training. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to still, but time will tell. I'm going to go now and I'm going to take them onions and I'm going to take them home so they can get, I'm going to take them down to single skinners. I showed you it earlier on, and get them sorted out. But this is going to be me for this week, because I'm going to take pretty much the day off tomorrow. I'm going to water and feed everything now, then shoot off home and spend some time with the family, because it's been a tough week. So I will love yous and leave yous. Take care, everybody. And once again, reminder, there are online entry forms available for the North East Giant Veg show, which I am hosting. you can see them. So if you want, even if you want to come along and have a look, the dates are the 10th and the 11th of September. The benching for the show is on the Friday, so need to get that done. It's between 2 and I think it was 2 and 9 I said I was going to do. So but I'm also currently waiting for the registration forms for printable ones from Canna, which they're going to get sent to me ASAP, so keep an eye out for that as well on the Facebook pages. But from me and everybody else, take care, stay safe, watch what you're doing, and I'll catch you all hopefully again very soon, if not next week.